Wales in the west of Great Britain. The country is one of 6 Celtic nations. Growing on the slopes of its Snowdonia National Park is a highly distinct vegetable with a long Welsh tradition. Leek.
Oh, not too pokey.
Brothers Finn and Steff Smith are true leek lovers.
For me, food is every single day. It's a highlight, yeah. Yeah, it's the cornerstone of a good life.
Many Welsh dishes feature this stalky vegetable, including leek fritters with seaweed and egg. The landscapes of Snowdonia are interspersed with long valleys. The village shop in Garreg has everything for the locals' day-to-day needs. For the last few months, it's been run by the 3 brothers, Finn and Steff Smith, and Jack Cunliffe.
Too lazy to do their shopping in the normal shop to come and cross the pub with
It's the day before St. Nicholas Day.
It's a great chance to do some last-minute Christmas shopping and buy some lovely local handmade items. So it's nice to be able to support.
The Croesaw Valley is home to the 3 brothers.
Stuff out a little bit.
Just lean them up against here, I think, so everyone can see them.
With its shop, cafe and bakery, the trio are fulfilling a lifelong dream.
It was quite scary arriving here after working abroad.
Yeah.
And I walk into the building. I was expecting it to be fully furnished and there to be a kitchen there. And I walked in and there was just piles of rubble. There was walls being torn down.
Walls,
and my first thought was, what have we done? This is a terrible idea.
Should we do this one next? Yeah.
After some major renovations, the village shop is now completely furnished. Well, almost. Snowdonia National Park is almost as big as the Lake District. At 1,085 metres, Mount Snowdon is the highest point in all of England and Wales. Its slate quarries once made the region world famous. Franklin Scrace is one of just a few remaining farmers that grow Welsh leeks for commercial sale. Steff is out and about on the organic farm, together with his son Bran.
So we're here for some leeks.
Yeah, well, it comes to a reasonably good place for getting leeks. Did you know that back in thousands of years ago, there used to be a thing where Welsh maidens would take a leek to bed with them?
My gosh, why would they do such a thing?
I know, that's the question. Apparently, it would help them dream of their future husband.
How is it growing leeks? As a grower, are they something that does well in this area?
If they get dry, they get stressed. If they get stressed, they'll bolt. So Wales is like a good place for growing leeks.
The leek is the national symbol of Wales. According to legend, St. David's soldiers wore it on their helmets as a mark of identification and disinfectant, and to ward off lightning.
There's a long tradition of Welshmen and leeks in one way or another. But there's also another superstition, which is that leeks ward off evil spirits. So if you're going into battle, warding off the evil spirit that was going to do something nasty to you in the battle is a very prudent idea.
Shall we ti am cario nhw? Shall we pick hwnna fyny? Okay, I'm on then.
Let's go.
Leeks are no longer cultivated extensively on the fields of Snowdonia, but in Welsh gardens, it's getting more common all the time.
I never grew vegetables before, and actually up here it's quite difficult to grow vegetables, even things like leeks, which are natural to Wales. But last year they were quite small and not very good. This year they're much better, and next year they'll be better still. So I'm quite pleased with the ones from this year.
Tamsin, the brothers' favourite aunt, also lived abroad for a long time. She returned to her home country a few years ago. She's making Welsh leek cakes, according to her own recipe. First, she carefully cleans the ends of the leek leaves.
The whiter part is quite more gentle flavour, but the dark green leaves really give a good body to a stew or a soup.
While the finely chopped leeks simmer in butter, Tamsin prepares a dough using flour, butter and Caerphilly, a hard Welsh cheese. Chopped olives, nutmeg, salt and parsley add flavour and make the dough more juicy. Finally, she adds a whisked egg and the leeks.
And this is really my playing on this traditional cake. Because generally you don't find them savoury like this, but why not?
Tamsin kneads it vigorously before leaving the dough to rest in the fridge for around 30 minutes. It's been raining cats and dogs for days. Nothing unusual for this time of year.
Welsh weather is probably not the best. A lot of rain all year round. With there being so much rain, everything's so green. I mean, you look around, generally everything's so luscious and green. Moss grows everywhere. We wouldn't have that without the rain.
After a good 30 minutes in the fridge, the dough is firm enough to be rolled and cut. About 2 centimetres thick, so that the cutters can still get through. The nourishing Welsh cakes are best baked on the home fireplace, which gives them a slightly smoky flavour. Finn has jogged all the way to Tamsin's house, uphill for 4.5 kilometres.
Hey, Finny. So help yourself, Finn.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Tam. I am so excited for these.
Are you?
I'm very, very excited.
As toppings, butter and chutney.
I'm not going to wait on ceremony, I'm afraid, as I'm
Jolly
quite
good.
hungry.
You go
Quite
ahead.
hungry, actually,
Go
yeah.
ahead. Good. Well, I'm really glad you like them. I think they're good.
They're absolutely lovely. Are these leeks from your very own garden?
Absolutely.
Are they? Amazing.
And picked this morning. This is Tuesday, so most people are buying today.
Im Westen Snowdonias treffen die Ausläufer der Berge auf eine Küste mit kilometerlangen Sandstränden.
Steff speaks Welsh with his son Bran, the most spoken Celtic language. Alongside English, it is also the official and school language. The pair are searching for laver seaweed, an inseparable part of Welsh cuisine and particularly healthy thanks to its high iodine and iron content.
You can eat it directly, but it doesn't taste very good. It tastes okay, but it's chewy. Honna di'r laver gwyrdd ynde?
Dad,
Yeah?
Dad, Dad, ni dal gallu neud sy'n siawns yn efo.
And Tad.
And Dad, oh yes.
I want my kids to be able to understand food, to be able to cook, to have a skill with ingredients, but also to understand where the food comes from, the amount of work that goes into it, and just the whole process of producing or finding food and turning it into something wonderful. And I want them to cook with heart and with passion, so I think that this changes the taste of our food. Nah, don't even get mynd I dŵr. mor dwfn â hynna.
This evening, Finn is showing his girlfriend, Lizzie Morgan, how to make a proper Laver Bread Welsh fruitcake. His secret, black tea.
You just take your dried fruit and you pour your hot tea over your dried fruit. Ideally, you're also going to add your sugar as well. And it means that your dried fruit then, you have raisins and stuff, so it softens. And especially in this case with ginger, if you don't do that, you'll have like firm fruit.
Okay, so what's next?
Going to start with cardamom.
Lovely.
So we're just going to pop that in. All of that can go straight in.
Yeah,
It's already
I'll
weighed.
just put that in.
Yeah, put it all in. Just don't go too deep or you'll get lots of pith.
Okay.
But the entire thing is going to hopefully really carry through the flavour.
Great. I'll get straight on that.
Yeah, go for it. Chocolate next, your favourite. And then the egg, probably give that a mix, and then flour last.
Okay, great.
And that's it. That simple.
Very simple. It's a good combination of the orange and chocolate and ginger. I didn't realise that there was such an orange flavour in it.
Yeah, it should really come through.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, with this amount it will.
Yes.
The original recipe contains none of these ingredients.
I've broke from tradition, but the process is the same. There's no real fats in it. Like most cakes, you have butter or you have your oil. This is just tea and one egg. That's it. Yeah, it smells amazing.
In the kitchen, Finn is boss. Lizzie gave in long ago.
We used to get into too many fights about it, so we'd bicker when he'd start teaching, whereas with food it's fun to be creative and just have a go, so that's more my style.
Further up the valley, Steff's family is preparing for Christmas.
Ooh,
Mae hwnna'n un dda.
squid.
Ti eisiau rhoi yn ffrant y coeden?
Should I do it blaen?
Ia. Ni angen llenwi mwy o.
Ga'n neud hwn?
Ie, yr morfil.
Ta ti eisiau neud o?
Ti eisiau... O, gai wneud o?
Ie, cei.
Diolch yn fawr, Bran.
Li hwn efo carw arno fo. Hwna di dod yr holl ffordd o India.
Ie.
Holl ffordd o India, lle ti am reid hwnna?
Mam, hwnna edrych fel pŵ.
Di rannu.
O, mae'n jyst yn ffat. Na, mae eisiau neud un ar y ochr.
Ochr yna.
Lowry works as a lecturer in criminology in Aberystwyth.
Pwy sy'n mynd yn fanna?
Okay.
Pwy sy'n mynd yn
Oce.
fanna?
O, ti'n gallu mynd reit rownd. O, ni'n hoffi wneud y morfil.
The most important thing is spending time together, because we're so busy and life is busy, and so it's just nice spending time together.
Full power.
Da ni di wneud o.
The lights are on.
Ta-da! Hooray!
Really high.
Whee!
Every morning, Finn gets up at 6 a.m. and runs for almost 4 kilometres along the Croesor Valley to his bakery in the village of Garrig. His approach to the craft is equally sporty and disciplined, and only the best ingredients make it into his breads.
Being a baker and being very involved with food gives you a good idea of diet and of nutrition, and obviously you want to eat the best food possible, and for running and sport, it's absolutely vital, really.
Finn is once again living close to his brothers. The three are one small part of an extended family in which everything revolves around food.
There were 7 of us that really did grow up very closely. And at food time, there's only so much food to go around. So we all, once you're at the table, basically, you want to get as much of the food as you possibly can, to eat as much of it, and then ideally you're going to scrap for your seconds.
Finn learned to cook in the trendy restaurants of London's upmarket Soho district. It was there that he discovered that his true love was baking and Wales. It takes Finn almost a week to make his sourdough bread. When they're finally finished, they're taken straight to the shop. The brothers' shop is important for the residents of the Croesor Valley. The nearest supermarket is 8 kilometers from here.
There hadn't been a shop here in about 2 years, so the community was really suffering. So our idea was to open up a village shop, but also have something that was a bit more exciting, so we could have events and food and that kind of stuff as well.
The three brothers raised some local eyebrows when they completely overhauled the shop, but their establishment and cafe are now a popular meeting place in Snowdonia. A few kilometers further up the Croesor Valley, a mountain stream carries the snowmelt towards the sea. Steff lives alongside the stream in an old mill.
Okay? Ja, aros y meiliad neu helpu chdi. Ie, so ti'n cael o dros y bwrdd. Nani, just yn fan hyn. Okay. Nani? Ynddi? Ynddi? Cilchoedd bach on nhw.
Steff is making leek fritters with his son Bran. As well as the leek, the most important ingredients are the collected seaweed, spices, including mustard and salt, and oil and eggs.
Yr yolk o'r gwyn.
Ie.
Ie? Ti eisiau gwneud un?
Ie.
Na ni wneud 2 o'n nhw, okay? So, ti'n mynd tap, tap, tap.
It's cracking, Dad. It's cracking. It's cracking.
Okay.
The beaten egg white makes the fritters nice and fluffy.
Egg yolk.
The laver is very nutritious and it's very high in iodine. So it's a good source of iodine as much as anything else. And all of the ingredients throughout the dish are very nutritious and very healthy.
Bran prefers to leave the cooking to his father. The base for the fritters is a batter of flour, eggs, milk, and melted butter. Steff first braises the leeks in the pot. Cold water swimming is a national pastime in Snowdonia. Once a day, Lowry and Lizzie go for a revitalizing plunge in the mountain stream. The temperatures won't get higher than 5 degrees today. These icy dips release endorphins, the best kind of natural high.
It's good for boosting your immune system, it's good for your circulation, it's good for your spirit, I'd say. For if you're having a bit of a bad day, you can just turn it around by getting in the water.
Steff seasons the leeks with mustard and pepper and adds parsley. The seaweed has been cooking on a low heat for the last 6 hours. He adds the vegetables to the pancake batter. While the leek fritters are frying, Steff poaches the eggs. His trick? A tablespoon of vinegar keeps the egg from breaking apart.
The difficult part is not overcooking the poached eggs. It's very, very easy to overcook them, even if they're 30 seconds over. I'd say that's the most difficult part.
The fritters are topped off with seaweed and poached eggs, seasoned with a little paprika powder and cockles for extra decoration.
Just give me one egg, Bran. You know easy.
Don't tell anyone.
The lava seaweed is a rich source of energy. It has a salty flavour and smells of the sea. Only Bran is unhappy. No wonder. Among the children of Snowdonia, Laver Bread is also known as alien puke.
I like to enjoy this as much as possible. Please stop.
Good job. Yeah, that should do it, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
plenty.
Okay.
But it'll sweat down to nothing, basically.
The brothers have been familiar with this dinner recipe since their childhood. Welsh Rarebit, traditionally a food of the slate miners.
Should I pop some salt in?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I reckon so,
Okay.
yeah. Whack a wee bit of salt in there.
Okay.
And then we'll put the lid on, and then whilst that's steaming, we'll just crush some of that black pepper, throw that in there.
The base of the dish is a seasoned roux sauce.
What's next, Finn?
We're going to put in the cayenne pepper and the mustard powder.
Sounds good.
Into the roux go a glass of beer and Worcester sauce,
So go with all a bit.
a fermented condiment that came to the UK from India almost 200 years ago.
Good. Perfect. And then wait a sec, I'll just let you bind it first.
Yeah, you'll see it just starting to catch and come off. Just. Good. Oh, yeah. Steff used to always accuse me of being a glory cook. So, I mean, you probably still do. But go on.
He'd wheel out his favourites for the big occasion, but the you know, Monday through Friday cooking was ordinarily my domain.
You can probably add a bit more cheese, actually.
Yes, chef.
Over the years, Finn has adapted the recipe to his tastes.
You've worked on it over the years, haven't you?
Yeah, completely, yeah.
And it's something that you'd have at home and have cooked for me before, and that I've really enjoyed. So it's good fun to make it with Finn. Yeah.
The roux with cheese needs to cool down and harden for around 2 hours. Now, Finn's sourdough bread comes into its own.
I mean, look how it breaks apart. Yeah. So I'll use that much, and I'll see how that goes. I'll press it a little, but actually, no, not too much. And try and cover the edges, just so that the edges don't burn.
Don't burn.
Likewise, over here.
After a few minutes under the grill, the bread and toppings are crispy brown.
So last but not least, the leek. Blodyn. Hagini man.
A ma'n i plantas.
Ti'n mynd gorau cael gyda? Okay.
Ti'n mysio caws?
And the leeks are amazing as well.
Yeah, really good, actually.
The leeks massively suit it.
It's just a little
I was
bit-
wondering what that spiciness was. I can't taste it. What, that wine? Is that the terra?
The long wait was worth it. And for a truly Welsh evening, the dessert.
Lovely. Yeah, it's it definitely broke from traditional bada brith, so I'm just going to give it what you can do your own butter.
Tinghi bit.
Oh, spicy.
Dai dur.
Hindi ko rin
Yeah.